That wouldn't stand up in court. Thank you, Faye. Very good evening to you, wherever and however you're listening to TalkSport. It's for the first time we bring you the world's biggest charity football occasion, set up by Robbie Williams, who is here tonight, but not in a playing or coaching capacity, and his good friend Jonathan Wilkes, back in 2006 to raise money for needy children around the world through the Unicef charity. And as Faye mentioned earlier, over £75 million has been raised with these Soccer Aid matches, which are now an annual event. They were biannual, but now every year we get to see players and legends and celebrities mix on the hallowed turf of a Premier League stadium somewhere. The Etihad has hosted Soccer Aid, the London Stadium, but it's back at Old Trafford, and it's the first Soccer Aid at Old Trafford in front of fans since 2018. There was a game played here during the first lockdown in 2020, but my word, there are fans here tonight, and then some. A sellout of 75,000 plus here in this particular half of Manchester. I'll run you through the lineups. Celebs and legends mixing on both sides. You have to have 5 at least legends and 5 celebrities in your outfield team, whether you're England or the World 11. So for England, they're playing a 3-4-3 by the looks of it. Davy James is the goalkeeper. Gary Neville, Gary Cahill and rapper Bugsy Malone make up their back 3. Joel Corry, Jill Scott, Jack Wilshere and Tom Hiddleston across midfield. So a mixture of legends and celebs there. Up front, Liam Payne and Tom Grennan, 2 musical stars in behind Jermaine Defoe, who is the striker in their 3-4-3. As for the Soccer Aid World 11, Ben Foster, now of Wrexham. He's presumably an honorary Welshman for the evening up against England. He's in goal. Heather O'Reilly of the USA, Sam Claflin, Roberto Carlos and Mo Gilligan in a back 4. Again, a mixture of legends and celebs. Maisie Adam, who we were just talking about earlier, on the right. Noah Beck, the American TikToker, and Patrice Evra, once of Manchester United, here in midfield. And Usain Bolt, the captain of the World 11, alongside Hernan Crespo and Francesco Totti in a mouth-watering front 2. And Andy Townsend was right. The blue and white flags that donate Unicef don't half make the Old Trafford look like the Bombonero for Hernan Crespo, don't they?
They certainly does. He'll love that, I'm sure, Crespo. But bit of Sweet Caroline before we get underway as well, which is
not unusual at a sporting event.
Exactly.
Poor old Darryl Gurney, the darts player, he started the old Sweet Caroline thing. He must think he's been completely usurped by everybody else nicking his song for his walk-on music. So plenty of celebs in reserve and legends who can come on as and when. In terms of England, you've got the likes of Paul Scholes, another former Manchester United and one-club man, of course, here at Old Trafford. Annie Aluko and Karen Carney, who are both coached by Emma Hayes, who's part of the England coaching staff here, along with Harry Redknapp. You've also got Danny Dyer, as we mentioned, Chunks, Samo Farah, Alex Brooker, Paddy McGuinness, the sub-goalkeeper, and on the World 11 side, another couple of ex-Manchester United legends, Darren Fletcher and Nani, also Izzy Christensen, just retired from the WSL, and Lee Mack, the stand-up comic, Kem Setine, former Love Island winner, and Stephen Bartlett. And in case Andy Townsend and my eyes glaze over when we mention these names, Ollie Klink will be pitch side to just make sure we're absolutely up to speed as to who some of these people, because we're a bit long in the tooth, aren't we?
We are, just a tad. However, really looking forward to it. The teams are just in a little huddle, the England players to our left, and whilst the rest of the world team are just limbering up and loosening up, and it doesn't matter what massive events a lot of these people have been involved in, they won't have experienced one perhaps just quite like this.
We've also got a bit of history made in terms of our officiating team, because it's the first time that we've had an all-female officiating team at Soccer Aid. Abby Byrne is the referee. She was the referee for the 2019 Women's FA Cup final at Wembley. It's her debut at Soccer Aid, and she's got assistance from Georgia Ball, Nicoletta Bria and Jane Sims in terms of assistance and fourth official. A reminder that the management teams are just as star-studded. Mentioned Harry Redknapp and Emma Hayes on the England side. Stormzy is also part of the coaching staff. Vicky McClure, David Seaman, MBE, is the goalkeeping coach, and Zavon Hines, who used to play for West Ham and Bournemouth, And for the World 11, Mauricio Pochettino and Jesus Perez, his right-hand man, having just accepted the Chelsea job. Melanie C of the Spice Girls, Martin Compston of Line of Duty, Robbie Keane, who's got a substitute's berth in case required, and Daniel Bachmann, Watford goalkeeper, is their goalkeeping coach. But that was interesting, him coaching Ben Foster, who was fine for the number 1 jersey with him last season. And we're underway for Soccer Aid 2023. England wearing white jerseys and socks and blue shorts. The World 11 in the darker strip with a sort of a light green trim, and the World 11 will be attacking the east stand to our right. Myself, Andy and Faye are just behind the dugouts in the south stand here at Old Trafford. So to our left we see the Stretford end, which is the end that England are attacking. Yeah, sorry Andy, carry on.
Just seen there, Roberto Carlos looks like he's playing in midfield actually. He's pushed forward, and I think Patrice Evra going to drop into that back four. It's been incredibly hot today, Dance, as well, hasn't it? You know, driving up here I was sweating in the car getting here, never mind out there. It's going to be really warm.
Well, Tom Grennan getting away down the right-hand side for England, sends a cross into the box, but it's a good 5 yards ahead of Jermaine Defoe. So Heather O'Reilly tidies up and gives it back to Ben Foster, and Noah Beck, the American TikToker, fires it up to the halfway line. A chance for Francesco Totti to turn, being closed down by Jack Wilshere, his opposite number. I mean, that's a great moment for Jack Wilshere. Never mind the celebs rubbing shoulders with Francesco Totti. I'm sure Jack Wilshere will enjoy that too.
Yeah, no, he will. He's a lovely player, Jack. Such a great shame that his career was always blighted by some really unlucky and unfortunate injuries, but such a talent.
Only 182 Premier League appearances all told for Jack. That kind of tells its own story, doesn't it?
It does, but terrific player in his time, and when he was at his best, he had a couple of little spells. I remember watching him playing for England in particular, where he was very, very good.
Ball's back with Ben Foster. Couple of minutes gone on TalkSport in the Soccer Aid 2023 charity match for Unicef, and I'll be giving you details about how you, whilst you're listening to this commentary, can make your donation to help needy children around the world with a donation via text. Ball's on halfway with Jack Wilshere for England, just coasts into the World 11 half and flicks it out to Gary Cahill playing on the left-hand side, just keeps it away from Maisie Adam. And it's tucked in field for Jill Scott, who can drive forward for England, gets to 25 yards out and tries a shot. And it's a very easy one for Ben Foster to claim on his goal line, 0-0.
Not one of Jill's finest. Long way out that was actually. It was going to take a very special strike, really, to get Ben Foster in trouble from that sort of distance. But the first shot of the night, on target.
Jack Wilshere seeing a lot of the ball, works it up to the edge of the area, but Liam Payne couldn't hold on to it, and a chance for the World 11 to come away. But again, Jack Wilshere, man on the scene, to win possession back for England. Jill Scott again inside the centre circle, plays a short pass to Jermaine Defoe. Now Tom Grennan takes over. Payne is ahead of him, and so too is Joel Corrie. And now Tom Grennan picks it up. Ball's just intercepted by Totti. Played forward quickly from Mo Gilligan up to Maisie Adam. Two comics sharing passes, but now the ball works through to the right-hand side of the box, and a chance for Liam Payne to get a shot away, but it's straight at Ben Foster. Decent effort from the One Direction singer. It's 0-0.
Not bad strike that from Liam Payne. Just lost possession there, the rest of the world, and clever little through ball from Tom Grennan into the path of Liam Payne. It's from an acute angle, but hits it nice. Ben Foster comfortably dealing with that one.
A reminder that England haven't won this for the last 4 occasions that Soccer Aid has taken place, including a penalty shootout. Lee Mack scoring the decisive penalty for the rest of the world last year. He's on the bench. The ball clipped forward down the right-hand side for the World 11 by Hernan Crespo, but it just took a deflection and took it comfortably into the path of David James.
It was actually Gary Neville trying to clear that with his left foot, and he shanked it horribly. Thankfully went straight back to David James.
Now here's Francesco Totti running it to the back line in terms of Gary Neville, plays it up to the edge of the area. Crespo with the drive, and it's straight at David James. Had to go down slightly to his left at the first decent effort on target from the World 11. 0-0. He played 4.5 minutes. And Jill Scott looks to play a diagonal ball, try and get Joel Curry in behind. Joel Curry tries to get in on goal, but he just couldn't control it. And Ben Foster was able to smother 0-0.
Lovely ball that from Jill Scott, 30-yard pass. Joel Curry was onto it. I think the ball just checked up, held up a little bit, and he just put him off, and he couldn't quite get the shot away, and in the end Ben Foster just drops to the ground just to gather it.
I tell you what, Noah Beck looks tidy, the number 8 for the World 11, who did play college football for the University of Portland. I probably should ask Ollie Klink at this point what TikTok is.
Do you want me to fill you in, Dan?
Please, if you don't mind.
TikTok short videos, and you can flick through it, and it creates an algorithm. Do you know what one of those are?
I do, yeah, I'm aware of algorithms.
Brilliant, okay, no problem. And you can go through them, and you get viral dances, and Noah Beck is a huge TikTok star, almost 34 million followers, 2.4 billion likes on his videos, but he's known for his dance crazy, so let's hope he scores, because he might have something Loire-esque lined up for us. And as you said, he's got history on the pitch as well.
34 million followers, blimey. But bet he can't put a fruit past in his mouth without chewing it, can he? Hey? Now England trying to come forward down the right-hand side. We've had nearly 6 minutes on TalkSport at Old Trafford as the bit of late sunshine comes out late in the day. Francesco Totti for the World 11. Options to his left and right. Crespo is left. 2 Serie A legends out there for the World 11. Noah Beck, we just mentioned him, takes over. Just flicks the ball along the halfway line. That's quite neatly done. Sam Claflin will pick up possession now, and he lays it off to Heather O'Reilly under pressure from Joel Corey, and rolls the ball back to Ben Foster. So if you want to donate 10, 20, 30 or 40 pounds, type out the word 10 or 20, 30 or 40, whichever you want to donate, and you can send that to 70818. That's the 5-digit text number, 70818. Donate 10 as in TEN, or 20, you know how that's spelled, 30, 40, and you'll be able to donate to Unicef. Well, some might not be able to spell it. I'm trusting you, TalkSport listener, that you know how to spell 30. Here is Jill Scott for England at 0-0. Picture perfect playing surface. Can't complain about bobbles even at this stage of the year. Normally pitches are being reseeded and relaid at this time. Wilshere just turns into Patrice Evra, who, as Andy Townsend rightly said, is playing at the back rather than midfield, but he stepped out there and put in a decent clearance.
Yep, timely interception. Haven't seen so much of Usain Bolt yet.
Well, I'm waiting for him to get on the ball and get a one-on-one against Gary Neville.
Yeah, me too.
Oh boy, that's going to be worth the price of admission for everyone that's coming alone. Now away down the left-hand side comes Patrice Evra, gets up to the halfway line, faced up by Wilshere, flicks it in field. Challenge on Totti. Well, it was fair, says the referee Abby Byrne, so away come England. And it's with Tom Grennan, who's doing a half-time performance here. He played at the Summertime Ball down in London earlier.
Well, today?
Yeah, he's had a busy day. It's not quite Phil Collins doing both sides of the Atlantic on Live Aid Day.
True.
But it
still takes some doing.
Yeah. Especially with the M6.
Yeah.
It looks like Darren Fletcher's going to be coming on quite early. He's been part of the sort of coaching staff for the Soccer Aid World 11, but he's being ready down beneath us. Hopefully somebody's not too badly hurt down there.
And you see, Dan, it's the referee, Abby Byrne. She's got a camera.
Yes, she has. Body cam.
Body cam, yeah.
Well, hopefully...
Is that the way forward?
Well, it will be. I think there are some leagues that are trialling it to make sure that referees get the appropriate, treatment from players and don't get the nasty side of the game. Oh, lovely touch from Usain Bolt.
Here he goes.
And he's away down the left-hand side, Usain Bolt. Gary Neville trying to keep up with him. Bolt shoots!
Oh!
Puts it wide! And his boot came off as he took the shot.
That was a shin pad.
Shin pad.
Yeah. Lovely football, that, though. Really good run from Usain Bolt on his left foot. He hit it. It looked like his boot went flying up into the stand, but it was actually his shin pad.
How can your shin pad come out when you shoot?
And very true. And David James in goal almost dived and saved the shin pad, thankfully.
It was very, very close, though. It just snaked wide.
Good strike, wasn't it?
It was a good strike. Past the keeper, but just past the far post as well. And here comes the early change. Ollie, down touchline. Do you want to take us through it? Darren Fletcher's coming on.
Yeah, Darren Fletcher, it seems like he is coming on now. I'm just trying to see who's coming on, and that's quite an early substitution, isn't it? for England, and it looks like it's Roberto Carlos making way, and that's a decent substitution, isn't it? Darren Fletcher, Man United, let's say legend, of course. Roberto Carlos, though, races run after 9 minutes, but he may be back on a bit later on.
Well, rolling subs aren't allowed, as far as I'm led to believe, in soccer EM matches. Perhaps he's feeling a bit of a tight calf, Roberto Carlos. But the technical director now at Manchester United, Darren Fletcher, is on in his place. So we play 10 minutes on TalkSport. England 0, Soccer Aid World 11 0, and we've had decent chances, Andy Townsend, for either side.
We've had a couple of decent strikes. Liam Payne for England, Jill Scott with the initial strike, the first one of the night, and then a little response. First Hernan Crespo, and then Usain Bolt. Brilliant run right on that left foot from a tight angle, but it certainly had David James flying to his left.
Now Usain Bolt has got 9.58 on his back as his shirt number, which of course is his world record time. And seeing you here reminds me of the day Mike Parry asked you when he got that time, how long will it be before a man runs 100 metres in 1 second?
In 1 second, yeah. And I said that'd be ridiculous, and it sparked a huge debate. And of course, typically, Mike defended that to the hilt.
I think the best text you had was somebody that texted in, what if somebody was wearing 100-metre tall platform boots and fell over at the gun? Would they go there?
That's true,
That's probably one of the best ones you had. Run the 100 metres in 1 second. Goodness me. Well, Usain Bolt's about to pick a possession down the left-hand side in front of the Alex Ferguson stand for the World Olympics. A decent touch.
Good touch, isn't he?
Yeah.
Good touch.
Good touch for a big man.
Yes, he has. You know, he just again there, the ball was clipped up in the air to him, and he managed to pull it out of the sky very, very nicely.
Ball's back on this near side with Heather O'Reilly of the United States playing for the World 11. Good strong run. Tries to play a 1-2 with Crespo. She's got it back, O'Reilly. But Gary Cahill comes across for England and very calmly wins possession back and slides it into Jack Wilshere. Good run, though, from Heather O'Reilly coming forward from full-back for the World 11. Now here come England with Jermaine Defoe being hassled and harried by Noah Beck, and he's actually won a free kick as Jermaine Defoe. Noah Beck having a bit too much of a nibble inside the centre circle.
Good play from him though there, Noah Beck, because Jermaine Defoe had his head lifted and he was looking where he was going to knock it forward. Noah Beck really got back nicely around him, concedes the free kick, but gives everyone a chance to get back behind the ball.
Now Bugsy Malone's not really had too much to do, but he's just kicked the ball over halfway, but could only find a World 11 shirt. Ball's up on halfway with Darren Fletcher for the World 11. Oh, lovely ball in field for Claflin, who's in the centre circle. Crespo's pulled out to this near side to us. The right is the World 11 attacking the east stand. Clips it into the area. Maisie Adamman made a run through the middle, but David James out swiftly to the edge of his box. It's 0-0, and we've played 12.5 minutes of Soccer Aid 2023.
It was a good run that from Maisie Adamman. Unfortunately, Hernan Crespo didn't quite produce the right ball.
Oh, Jack Wilshere just gliding over the turf, over halfway for England. Defoe slides in but loses out. Evra was the man that got the challenge in.
He's decent, Noah Beck, isn't he?
He is.
You can tell he's a decent footballer, and you can tell not only by the way that he handles the ball, but the way that he moves around the park. He kind of understands exactly where he should be going.
Totti tries to look for Crespo. What a crossfield ball from Totti to Crespo. Bugsy Malone falls over as he tries to get a touch. Crespo looks to curl it to the postage stamp, but it's a very easy save for David James, and it stays 0-0.
Great ball, wasn't it? What a fantastic ball from Totti. Outside of the right boot, right into the path of Hernan Crespo, who decided to try and clip it far post, and David James catches it comfortably.
Now a chance for Tom Grennan to burst through into the left-hand side of the penalty area. He's at the left-hand corner of the box now. Tries to tuck it in field, but can't find his teammate Joel Corrie. And Liam Payne was on the scene as well, but the World 11 have it back, very calmly played out by Darren Fletcher to Patrice Evra. And now Totti just over the halfway line. Again, he was looking for a run. He was looking for Usain Bolt at first, who's trying to isolate Bugsy Malone down that left-hand side for the World 11. It's a good touch again from the right-hand side by Sam Claflin for the World 11. Everett, acrobatic clearance from him as a long ball came downfield. Lovely interplay between Crespo and Totti, and now Usain Bolt let the ball run through his legs and thought he could catch up with it. His shin pad's fallen out again. He was only trotting over to the far touchline. I'd get new shinnies if I was him.
I think he needs a bit of tape around them.
Yeah. And they're actual proper shin pads. They're not like Jack Grealish's, which are the size of actual paracetamol.
Do you know,
they're proper shin pads.
Yeah. A lot of the lads nowadays, they wear tiny pads, tiny shin pads. In my day, because you was always getting your shins booted, you had to wear like the biggest pads you could get your hands on.
Steve Claridge never bothered.
No, that's true.
Ball chipped out to Heather O'Reilly, who's won a staggering amount of caps for the United States. 231.
What a ball.
And what a ball from Heather O'Reilly to find Totti at the edge of the area, trying to get the ball on his right foot for a shot. He's put it just wide. David James statuesque stood just in front of his goal line, and that was only just wide from the Italian Francesco Totti. 0-0.
Yeah. Just see Stormzy stepping into the technical area, clearly concerned with a little bit about that England back line. He might have to make a few adjustments there, Dan.
He is the smartest assistant manager I think I've ever seen. Ollie Klink's down pitch side for us. He looks cut, Ollie, to Stormzy.
Oh, absolutely. He looks swish, doesn't he, Dance? I know you love that word. I've noticed as well, they're wearing these light grey suits, Stormzy and Harry Redknapp. Redknapp's gone for no tie. He's also wearing the same trainers as me, which I'm finding quite interesting. I don't know what that says about him or says about me, but there you go. They both look like he's clearly a man of fashion, isn't he? He must be, if he's looking like me. Mauricio Pochettino is on the left-hand side. They're wearing the darker suits, but I mean, he does look very, very, very naughty, I would say, in a word.
Yeah, Mauricio Pochettino inheriting a band of disparate footballers, and also the Soccer Aid World 11. You've got to get that gag in somewhere, haven't you? Officially takes over at Chelsea on the 1st of July. Now, Francesco Totti might be coming on. No, Tommy Fury's coming on.
Is he?
Yeah, I got confused then because there's a few players wearing the same shirt number. Tommy Fury, brother of Tyson, wearing number 10, is about to be brought into the fray by Mauricio Pochettino.
Yes. Interesting to see where Tommy... Where does he play?
I don't know. We'll soon find out. I don't pretend to know. I think wherever he likes, because he's Tommy Fury, right? Usain Bolt down the left-hand side for the World 11. Good little chop back. Oh, he got cleaned out by Bugsy Malone, but play on, says the referee. Totti lays it back to the edge of the area. Darren Fletcher looks for Maisie Adam, takes the shot and saves. Low down. She was a little off balance. Maisie Adams got the strike away. Usain Bolt only just picking himself to his feet. He got clattered down that left-hand side, Andy Townsend.
He absolutely got wiped out there. I'm not sure who it was.
It was Bugsy Malone,
It was Bugsy, yeah. Yeah.
No fear from Bugsy.
No. And it took him about 5 minutes to actually go down there, Usain Bolt. He's such a big man. He was hit, and it was kind of like a huge tree going over, wasn't it? You know,
eventually went down in instalments.
Yeah, eventually hits the floor. But it was a foul. Referee playing the advantage. There was a chance. It came out to Maisie Adam on the right side. Unfortunately, she just couldn't quite get the power in the shot.
Trying to win the ball again. Well, Gary Cahill goes in strongly against Darren Fletcher, and England come away with the ball. It's 0-0 on TalkSport in Soccer Aid 2023. 18 minutes gone at Old Trafford. England attacking Lee Stretford in this first half. Jill Scott in the right wing position. We're going to take on Mo Gilligan. Looks like he's conceded a corner. It is indeed the first corner of Soccer Aid, and it's gone to England at the Stretford end. And so Jill Scott looks like she's going to take it. And it actually could be Tom Hiddleston who's going to take it, and Jack Wilsh has come over to have a look, see whether he wants to get involved. Gary Cahill's up from the back. Liam Payne's in there around the penalty spot. In comes the corner. Up go the heads. It's Usain Bolt who heads it clear. Helped out by O'Reilly, and Totti can bring it further clear for the World 11. No danger from that corner whatsoever for the team that haven't been beaten in the last 4 Soccer Aids. Maisie Adam wanted to chest the ball down. It drifted over her head, but straight to Hernan Crespo on this near side, sporting a peroxide shock of a hairdo. Hernan Crespo these days, a far cry from the long trestles of hair he used to have when he plied his trade for Chelsea.
Do you know, I remember watching Crespo when he was playing for Milan against Liverpool in 2005 in Istanbul.
Yes.
He scored that fantastic goal when Kaka put him through. Do you remember that? Brilliant little goal. He was a brilliant finisher, he was, Hernan Crespo. Still looking a bit sharp, isn't he?
Hey, he's no slouch out there. And Mauricio Pochettino gets a little cheer for bringing the ball down out of the sky as it goes out on this near side for a throw to the World 11. Approaching the 20-minute mark on TalkSport. Here's Maisie Adam, bit of space for it, midway point of the England half. Taken up by Noah Beck, the American. Great turn of pace from Noah Beck into the area. Goes down under pressure from Cahill. And Abby Burns says no penalty, Andy Townsend.
Oh, yeah.
Disagrees with you.
Great run, wasn't it? Really good run from Noah Beck. Gary Cahill it was, who I think just intercepted. Bit of contact, nothing given.
He went through the gears there, did Noah Beck. But on that occasion, he was a loser.
Well, I think they've posed a little bit more of a threat, haven't they?
Yes, they have.
The rest of the world team, they have. England team, again, certainly going through the gears, trying to get it into the last third.
Well, now definitely Tommy Fury is coming on. And Maisie Adam is going to be replaced. She doesn't know she's coming on. Now she does. She's turned. Great weekend for Maisie. Stand-up comedian with her Chelsea bob. She got married yesterday and she's played at Old Trafford today. And on comes Tommy Fury, who is a bit of a unit, Andy Townsend, I think it's fair to say.
He is, isn't he, Tommy? Certainly is, yeah.
So there's two number 10s out there for Soccer Aid, but I think I can tell the difference between Tommy Fury and Francesco Totti. I'm bound to cock that up now I've said that. You're listening to TalkSport. Ian Danter and Andy Townsend with you. Raising money for Unicef. £15 million was raised last year, which is a record. If you want to donate to Soccer Aid, text the word 10, T-E-N, or 20, 30, 40, whatever you want to donate, 10, 20, 30 or £40. Type that out and send it to 70818. 70818 is the text number. So if you want to donate 40, F-O-R-T-Y, just send that to 70818. And you will have donated to help needy children around the world. Thank you very much if you've already made your donation whilst listening to our commentary. Here is Gary Cahill for England at 0-0 with 21 minutes gone. Oh, sliding challenge there from Tom Grennan. Sam Claflin came off worse with that challenge, or Noah Beck rather, should I say, but he's holding the back of his neck as he gets to his feet.
I always sometimes cringe a little bit when I see, you know, the celebs going in for tackles, because sometimes they can tackle a bit awkwardly and hurt each other, and that was one of those situations there, because they didn't hold back the two guys there, did they?
Well, Patrice Evra took out Tom Grennan last year.
Tommy Fury just nutmegged Jack Wilshere there.
That's a good start.
I hope he called it as he did it. Nuts.
What were you, nuts or megs?
Yeah, nuts.
Okay. Now here is Tommy Fury, just kind of clearing the ball downfield as though he's being surrounded by about 10 players, which he wasn't. And you were telling me this story about Mike Myers, the actor playing in the first Soccer Aid.
I did. I commentated on that one years ago when him and Woody Harrelson were playing, and Mike Myers didn't really have a clue which way to go. And whichever way he was facing, that was the way he just booted it. Until in the end someone said, Mike, we're going in the other direction, mate.
Here's Jermaine Defoe for England, up to the edge of the area. And a toe poke goal that's by Liam Payne, that's very easy for Ben Foster to hold. Clears downfield and finds Usain Bolt. Oh, Bugsy Malone stepped in brilliantly to win it back for England down the right-hand side. Holding it up and clips it infield to Tom Hiddleston. Now Jill Scott, the England captain. Back out to Bugsy Malone. Thinking about putting a cross in the box. There's nobody in the box. World 11 are defending the 18-yard line. Hiddleston gets away down the right-hand side. What's the cross like? Oh, it's a poor pullback straight to Darren Fletcher. No conviction in that pullback, was there?
I've seen Tom dancing. He's a good dancer, isn't he? Have you seen him?
No, I've not witnessed it. No, I've seen him act.
I saw him on the Graham Norton show. Honestly, he's a real mover. Yeah, he is. Unfortunately, there he dropped the shoulder and didn't really do anything. There's a chance for Usain again.
He's in behind him. Bugsy Malone's done his hamstring. Usain Bolt to put the World 11 ahead. He's done so. Sliding it past David James. Poor Bugsy Malone pulled up as Usain Bolt got in behind him, but he did not break his stride, and the fastest man on earth gives the Soccer Aid World 11 the lead. Midway through the first half, England 0, the World 11 1.
Never in doubt, was it? as soon as the big man managed to get going and just latched onto that through ball. He got it onto that left foot. David James comes flying out to make himself as big as he can, and then bang, he coolly slots it into the corner to give the Soccer Aid World 11 a lead.
And of course he does the arrow celebration. Patrice Evra joined it. Have we got VAR?
It's a tight call.
That's a tight call. Have we got VAR? I'm not sure that we have.
I don't think we have, but it's a tight call. Obviously we got the body cam on the referee. However, she was on the halfway line. Good finish from Usain Bolt.
Yes,
really good finish.
Kept it low, didn't he? Made it difficult for David James to get down.
He's actually popped it through Jamo's legs there.
He has.
And then he's had a little celeb. Then we got the customary lightning bolt celeb.
Yeah. Looks like it could be a double change in response. It could be certainly a change for England. So Mo Farah and possibly Danny Dyer are having words with Emma Hayes down beneath us. I've seen about 3 people who've got the cardboard cutouts with "Chunks, can I have your shirt?" He seems to be the one whose shirt everybody wants at the end of this. He's not even on yet, but Mo Farah has come on. And Bugsy Malone, of course, having looked like he did his hamstring there beforehand. He's the man that's gone off. Mo Farah, he is a right back, and he's getting a few instructions from Gary Neville, who's played right back a couple of times in his career. But he's actually been asked to go out to the left-hand side. So Gary Neville has pulled rank immediately. Told him, "You're not playing on the right-hand side, son. You'll go where I tell you." So England 1 down after the opening quarter. And here is Jack Wilshere, midway point of the World 11 half, drifting out to the left-hand side, skips past O'Reilly, but Noah Beck slides in, brings down Wilshere, and that's a free kick to England, almost at the left-hand corner of the penalty area at the Stretford end. England 0, World 11 1.
Yep, they just need to try and find a little bit more at the top of the field, the England 11. Tom Hiddleston is always available on that right side, but they haven't used him too much yet. Maybe a chance here from a set play. Jack Wilshere on it.
It's a packed penalty area just down the left-hand side of the penalty box. Wilshere, left-footed, plays it to the far post and headed by his own player. I think it was Patrice Evra, headed it straight back at his own goalkeeper, and Ben Foster was able to claim it. Stays 1-0 World 11.
Yeah, it certainly was, yeah. Clever little ball dinked in from Jack Wilshere, but Patrice Evra, it was actually, rose above everybody and actually headed it deliberately back to his own goalie.
Cool, calm and collected, old Patrice.
Oh, well, I don't know, it might have come off of Gary Cahill, that dance,
yeah,
just looking at that on our monitors.
Well, World 11 back in possession with the American Heather O'Reilly. Tommy Fury looks to give it... Oh, that's... Now, Tommy Fury looks to me the sort of player... Do you remember that game Striker, when you press the head down and the foot moves?
And the fellow just kicks it.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, he doesn't look the most coordinated.
No, he doesn't.
With a ball at his feet. But I'm saying that from the safety of the commentary box up here.
And I'm behind you, Dan.
Usain Bolt, who's just scored the opener, up to the edge of the area, couldn't get past Gary Cahill. He skinned Gary Neville first, though. But he couldn't get past Gary Cahill, and it stays 1-0 to the World 11.
Nearly did, didn't he? Nearly got his foot on that to take him into the box again. He would have been one-on-one with David James once more.
More changes coming up for England, but it's Jermaine Defoe. It's played through the centre, up to the edge of the area, drives it wide on the spin, on the 18-yard line, half-heartedly claims for a corner that he knows wasn't his. But that's the best effort that England have had in this opening half an hour, but they still trail.
No, that's a rarity for Jermaine. He just sort of span round on the edge of the box, got the shot away, and it's just gone wide of the post. And he's a guy that always hit the targets, didn't he, Jermaine, whenever he used to shoot. Just had that great knack of always working goalkeepers, if not scoring. Terrific little striker in his day.
20 goals for England. Coaches the youngsters at Tottenham these days, Jermaine. But he couldn't find the target there. Darren Fletcher for the World 11. Looking to set Crespo through the middle. The arm went up from Gary Neville instantly for offside whilst he hadn't moved a muscle.
That was that Sunday morning arm.
Yeah, that's definitely Sunday morning arm from Gary Neville there. But
he wasn't going to run back.
Gary Cahill was there to bail him out. And the ball's out of play on the far side for a throw to England. So a couple of changes coming up for England. And Danny Dyer, who famously called our own Simon Jordan a snob, Are you going to have that, Simon? Danny Dyer has called you a snob. Are you having that? Now he's coming on, and coming off for England is Liam Payne. So Danny Dyer not moving particularly freely as he trots onto the pitch. But also Karen Carney, Blues legend, is coming on. Also a Chelsea legend, but she's a Blues fan. So it's Jill Scott actually has relinquished the captain's armband, and Jill Scott makes way for another former England women's international in Karen Carney. And Karen's actually got the armband for the moment.
She has indeed. Great little player, Karen. And Danny Dyer's obviously under strict instruction from Harry to put himself about a bit out there, I feel.
Well, no doubt, a bit of that East End charm from Mick Carter off Albert Square. And there will be a couple of changes for the World 11. Hernan Crespo has done his job, and Caelan Kyle is going to come on for Hernan Crespo. Caelan's the ex-Canadian international broadcaster, won bronze at the Olympics back in 2012, and another ex-Manchester United hero, Nani, who's currently playing his football for Melbourne Victory down in Australia. He's coming on, and Heather O'Reilly is coming off to allow Kyle to come on.
So he's still playing, Nani?
Yes, he is. Andy Goldstein managed to grab a word with him during the course of those two shows that Drive did from Champneys on TalkSport in week. He tried to avoid the interview, claiming he couldn't speak English, and then he gave a perfect interview for 5 minutes. He just saw Andy Goldstein, who tried to give him the swerve. Andy's back tomorrow from 4 with Danny Murphy on Drive. And don't forget the Sports Breakfast back with Laura Woods and Ali McCoist in the morning from 6. And they'll be reflecting on everything that's happened this weekend in the sporting world, including, of course, Manchester City lifting that famous treble on Saturday night in Istanbul, plus all the cricket news ahead of the Ashes, which start on Friday. Here's Noah Beck for the Soccer Aid World 11.
Being chased by Mo Farah. You don't want that, do you?
No, well, he's not known for his sprinting speed, Mo Farah. It's more about the endurance, but he certainly kept up with Noah Beck there. Here is Totti.
Sorry about that touch.
Looking for Tommy Fury, but he won't get it at the edge of the area. Wilshere flicked it away from him. And it's out of play for a throw to the World 11 on this near side, just to the right of where the England bench are all having a right old conflab about what to do next. They're 1-0 down, remember, England. Lovely touch from Jack Wilshere to bring it down and keep it away from Tommy Fury, and play it through the middle for Jermaine Defoe, who's in behind Everett, and Everett does really well to get back at him and shove him out of the way so that Ben Foster could come to the edge of his area and clear.
Yep.
Oh, a nutmeg by Nani on Grennan, and then he clips it up to the area. Chance for Totti. He's missed it. Tommy Fury takes a drive and doesn't even hit the corner flag on the far side. It's gone out for a throw to England in their right back position. We played 32 minutes of Soccer Aid 2023. We're having lots of fun here, but also helping to raise money for UNICEF. It is England 0, the Soccer Aid World 11 1. Here's Andy Townsend.
Tommy Fury there just threw his right foot at that. It was like one of his right hands. Unfortunately, it didn't make contact.
It was nowhere near. It was a swipe of the right boot. Mo Farah finds Gary Cahill inside his own 6-yard box. Just keeps the ball away from Nani, and David James will just clip the ball up to Jack Wilshere just outside his own penalty area. Karen Carney comes to collect just shy of the halfway line. Dispossessed by Darren Fletcher, and the impressive Noah Beck sprints away again for the World 11, up to the edge of the area, checks back, keeps possession well for his team.
I think he's been the best player on the pitch so far.
I wouldn't argue with that. Crossfield ball finds Francesco Totti. A few flicks and tricks from the Italian. Oh, lovely ball in field to find Beck, centre of the England half. Nani now takes over. Thought about a pass out to the right, but goes for goal, and it's a good save by David James. It was straight at him, but he had to hold on to it. Usain Bolt was waiting for the bits and pieces in case he spilt it, but he didn't.
Yeah, good strike that from Nani. Mo Farah went in to close him down. He shaped to shoot, and unfortunately Mo bought it. Got it on his left foot there, Nani. Good save from David James.
Darren Fletcher for the World 11 finds the impressive Beck again. He's calling Usain Bolt towards him and then flicks it out to the left-hand side. A chance for Mo Gilligan to make a run, and he's won a throw. He takes it quickly to find Usain Bolt, the goal scorer so far. It was his goal midway through the first half that separates the side. Oh, Mo Gilligan just got away from Gary Neville like he wasn't there. Picks the cross in now. It's headed away by Gary Cahill. England have lost their way in this game, and it looks more likely, Andy Townsend, that the World 11 are going to increase their lead.
They've got to be a bit careful, England, here. One of those spells. Got to try and see it out. Danny Dyer's had 2 touches so far, unsuccessful passes, I'm afraid.
Lovely touch, Mo Farah, and he wins one in an interception with Darryl Fletcher, but then he can't get past Noah Beck. But that's got the England supporters at Old Trafford all excited. Now Tom Hiddleston down the right-hand side, but didn't show the strength of Loki there, and it went out of play for a throw. What's it looking like on the touchline, Ollie Klink? You're down there. What's the atmosphere like down there?
Well, what I'm finding really interesting, Dan, so I absolutely love this. You've got Maurizio Pochettino next to Spice Girl Mel C on the rest of the world bench. They're having a lovely time. They're having a nice little chat. Their team's looking pretty comfortable. On the England bench, Harry Redknapp's been chatting to Stormzy for the whole game. I'm not sure if it was about the football, but Emma Hayes as well has been running around as Tommy Fury takes a drive. That goes wide. He really does have 50p boots, doesn't he, Dan?
Oh, my word.
That was pretty horrendous. But Emma Hayes, the competition is there. I mean, she is a winner. She's been barking instructions at the players. She's been chatting to the substitutes. She wants to win this dance. It's fantastic.
I've interviewed Emma Hayes once, and she's pretty fierce, just speaking to the media after game. So she won't be taking this lightly, even if it is a charity game, raising money for Unicef. You can ring, if you don't want to text your donation, you can ring 0330 1234 442. That's 0330 1234 442. And there's a chance, if you make your telephone pledge, you could be speaking to a celeb here at Old Trafford as you make your pledge to Unicef for Soccer Aid 2023. Wilshere for England, who trailed by 1-0. Lovely run from Wilshere, just showing how great he was gliding over the turf. Now Karen Carney on the left wing, plays into the feet of Grennan, but Kaylin Kyle wins it back for the World 11. Misplaced pass from Noah Beck, but Kyle on the scene once again, but she loses out, and Karen Carney puts her foot on the ball, but Beck's there again. Good strength from Tom Grennan down the left hand side. Lovely skill, got away from Tommy Fury. Can he keep it in play at the dead ball line? He can, but at the expense of giving the ball back to the World 11. But great skill from Tom Grennan down that left hand side,
wasn't it? Yep, he was brave initially to win that 50-50 challenge, and he skipped past a couple of challenges. Tommy Fury was who came flying in at him.
Now our producer Izzy appears to he's talking to he's got earpieces in, so he's able to talk to the TV gantry whilst he's playing. He's got to concentrate now because England are coming forward, trying to challenge that World 11 goal that Ben's in front of. Jack Wilshere, left-hand corner of the box, lovely sweeping cross, but it's just ahead of Danny Dyer, who's trying to make a run through the centre. But it stays England 0, World 11 1, as we have about 7 minutes to half-time on TalkSport.
Yep. Nice cross there from Jack Wilshere. Just couldn't find anybody in the box.
Nani. Oh, it's 2-on-2 if World 11 play the right. In fact, it's 4-on-2 if they play the right ball. Nani down the left-hand side of the box. Francesco Totti clips the ball to the far post. Tommy Fury.
Tommy.
Oh, it bounces over his head. He managed to retrieve the ball, then tries a back heel that's easily picked off by Karen Carney. Yeah, not sure about Tommy Fury, I'll be honest with you, Andy Townsend.
Yeah, Tommy just needed to step into that one. He just hesitated. He just had to imagine that was a boxer that he's got on the ropes and keep going in after him. If he'd have done that, he'd have got himself a goal there.
Now on the halfway line, it's Joel Corrie finds Karen Carney, ball over the top to try and get Defoe in behind Darren Fletcher. Fletcher shows good tenacity for the World 11, does let Defoe get past him and plays the ball up to the halfway line. It just evades Danny Dyer, and Noah Beck runs through the centre circle. Another good run from the American TikTok, a little back heel for Totti. Totti up to the edge of the edge, going to let fly. There's a deflection. It made it difficult at first for David James as it deflected off Gary Cahill, but he made the save in the end. 1-0 to the World 11.
Yep, good stuff actually from Totti there. 20-30 yards out, just shaping the shoot and just waited for a little gap to appear, hit the shot. David James just manages to grab it.
Now Karen Carney can make a run through the inside left. She's found by Tom Grennan into the area. Darren Fletcher just takes it off her inside the area. Karen's only 5'5", 5'6", and Darren Fletcher a good 6'4", just leant into her and won it back for the World 11. Usain Bolt trying to release Nanny through the middle, but Gary Cahill intercepts. It's going from end to end at the minute, Andy.
It is, yeah. There's already a few tired legs out there as we're approaching we're in the 40th minute.
Have they got an iron lung pitch side for anybody who needs it?
It's so warm here tonight inside Old Trafford as well.
Yeah, because 29 degrees when I was driving up today, so it kind of dipped all that much from there. It must still be early 20s temperature wise. The sun yet to set in Manchester. Tom Hiddleston plays the ball in field to Tom Grennan, up to the edge of the area, urged to shoot by the crowd. He does go for goal, but it's well wide in the end. Ben Foster watched it all the way, and he'll have a goal kick at the Stretford end for the World 11. 5 to half time, and the World 11 lead by a goal to nil.
Yeah, and I think they deserve their lead. I don't think anyone can really complain about that. At times they've just had a little bit more idea at the top of the field. Usain Bolt's goal was a lovely strike. It really was. Just in a replay of Tommy Fury there, just got caught on his heels a little bit. If he'd have walked onto that, he might have been able to pop that one in the back of the net.
Now Francesco Totti looks for the goal scorer Usain Bolt down the left hand side for the World 11, approaching the penalty area. Evra's made a run forward, but Francesco Totti has it again, flicks it into the area. Tommy Fury right hand side of the box. Can he bring it under control this time? Another back heel attempted, another back heel failed by Tommy Fury. Patrice Evra was his intended target.
But can you imagine, Dan, it's on the bench, they'll all be saying, oh, Tommy, what's he doing? And then they're going to get in at half-time and they'll be going, bad luck, Tom. Bad luck. It bounced badly for you, don't worry.
Yeah.
Next time, mate.
I'm not sure even we're safe up here. He might hear us. Jermaine Defoe showing a bit of strength, trying to win the ball back in the centre circle, but the World 11 knock it forward. Oh! Gary Neville with a header back that didn't have the strength he wanted. Nanny, his former teammate, almost in behind him. But David James read the situation well and clutched hold of it to spare the brushes of Gary Neville. Listen to the Sunday session early. Apparently, Gary Neville had a fan crash into his car and then demand a selfie.
Really?
Yeah. And now if somebody crashed into your car, they wanted a selfie. Oh, Carney's in the box. Can't pick it up from Ben Foster. Yeah, somebody crashed into your car and then asked for a selfie with you. But would you oblige?
I don't think so, Dance. Actually, I can think of something else I'll probably do.
Yeah. Here's Danny Dyer trying to win the ball back from Patrice Evra. Getting stuck in, Danny Dyer. Go on, son. But Noah Beck looks to release Bolt again inside the area. Angle's tight. Cahill's gone with him this time, and he has to drift out towards the corner flag on the left-hand side with the World 11 attacking the east stand. Evra, good foot in to keep the ball away from Grennan, and he goes in hard. Now those two clashed last year when Patrice Evra nobbled Tom Grennan, and there was a bit of retribution there in that challenge, but it only ends up being a throw to the World 11.
Yeah. He's been in Tom Grennan's little book, hasn't he?
Oh yeah.
For a year.
Only a year.
Firmly in there. Now he can just put a line through that one. That one's dealt with.
Better conserve his energy, Tom Grennan. He's given a half-time performance of one of his songs on the pitch before the second half, is he? He is. I assume he's singing live. Could be a very breathy performance. Now there's no added time at the end of the first half, so when we get to 45 minutes the whistle will go to signify the end of the first half, and then we'll have a fairly lengthier half-time interval than you're used to from Premier League or EFL or SPFL games, which will include that Tom Grennan performance before the second half gets underway. But we will have Trans-Europe Express for you at 10 o'clock with Danny Kelly, Andy Brassel and the team here on TalkSport once we're done here. 90 seconds of the first half to go. Totti looking for Tommy Fury inside the area. I think he was offside, but the flag didn't go up anyway, and David James bravely had to collect. Edging towards half-time. Can England get themselves level before the break? Here is Jermaine Defoe. Karen Carney makes a run ahead, but that allows Defoe to move in field. Mo Farah is with him, kind of gets in Jermaine Defoe's way, and then finds Defoe once more. Hiddleston has got room, right-hand side, and space to cross. No challenge yet from Mo Gilligan. In comes the cross from Hiddleston. Very, very easy catch for Ben Foster. and he fires it downfield, and Totti, he brings it out the sky like he's got carpet slippers on, and then an absolutely woeful pass to the invisible man. I gave him the big build-up for bringing the ball out of the sky, and then he just hoofs it with an amble in his boot out to the far side for a throw-in.
Yeah, he saw Usain Bolt, and I think he thought he'd probably be able to get on the end of that, although it was 60 yards in front of him.
I thought it was London 2012 rather than Manchester 2023. Don't forget to raise money for UNICEF and donate £20. Just text the word 20, TWENTY, send that to 70818. That's how you donate to Soccer Aid and raise money for UNICEF. As we approach half-time, in fact, 45 minutes are up, and that will be it. There is no added time, and so as they go in for their half-time breather, never mind the half-time cup of tea, the World 11 are continuing to exert their grip on the Soccer Aid trophy, because it is the World 11 that are in front at half-time, courtesy of a lovely finish from Usain Bolt midway through the half, played in behind the England back line, slotting it neatly through the legs of David James and into the bottom corner at the east stand end. A couple of half chances for England, notably Jermaine Defoe on the turn from the edge of the area, but his effort went wide. And a few tasty challenges going, and some interesting touches from Tommy Fury. But at the break, here at Old Trafford, second half to come live on TalkSport in Soccer Aid 2023. It's England 0, the Soccer Aid World 11 1. Thank you very much, Faye. Robbie Williams is actually just down beneath us. He's joined the England coaching staff for a bit of a chin wag as we get the second half underway. Michael Dawson's out there as well for England. And a new goalkeeper for both sides. Paddy McGuinness is on in goal for England. And Leon Edwards, the UFC welterweight champion of the world, he's in goal for the World 11. So Davy James and Ben Foster have done their duty for the night. Let's see what the celebs can do between the sticks, Andy Townsend.
Yes, indeed. Good luck to those guys. Enjoy it. Enjoy the night and play well. It's been a good game so far. Nice and competitive, as you can imagine.
Also, Ken Settine's on for the Soccer Aid World 11. This is the guy who knows where the back of the net is in these Soccer Aid fixtures. Very, very talented. The former Love Island winner. 4 goals in Soccer Aid matches, including an equaliser in last year's game. Used to play at Dartford FC, Ken, before he went to Love Island. Well, there you go. Before he shot to fame winning Love Island in 2017. And Chunks gets us underway for the second half of Soccer Aid. Jack Wilshere's still out there, but Paul Scholes has joined him in England's central midfield. So Jermaine Defoe has gone off. Karen Carney's still out there. You've got Cahill and Dawson as a centre-half pairing. Now, I'm not sure that's not a slight breach of the rules. I was told you couldn't have 2 legends together at centre-half. I need that clearing up from the match officials. But Noah Beck, the American TikToker, straight on Jack Wilshere, and as Andy Townsend was saying, in terms of quality play, Noah Beck in the World 11 was at the centre of most of the good stuff. But here's Karen Carney looking to drive forward towards the edge of the World 11 box, goes down under pressure from Sam Claflin, and that's a free kick, says referee Abby Byrne. And England attacking the east stand to our right in the second half, have an early free kick 25 yards out, Andy.
Yeah, Sam Claflin it was, who just dangled a leg, invited Karen Carney there to just maybe take a tumble. And there was contact, and it's a couple of yards outside the box in a good position. Chunks is having a little word with Jack Wilshere.
Who's going to win that conversation?
He's got a plan, I think.
He has got a plan. It's to the left of centre, so it favours a right-footed effort.
Go on, Chunks. Oh, don't walk. He's walking away. He's letting Jack have it.
Jack Wilshere goes for goal and sends it a good 4 or 5 yards over the bar. Maybe Chunks will say, I'll have the next one, pal.
Yeah.
1-0 to the World 11. So we're into the second half here on TalkSport. A reminder that 7.6 million has been raised so far tonight. That was the figure at half-time. If you want to donate, text 30, for example, THIRTY. Text that word to 7 0818, and you'll have donated £30 to Unicef to help needy children around the world. Nani for the World 11, former Manchester United.
Mo Farah go, Dance.
Trying to keep up with him. Mo Farah challenged by Gary Cahill. He goes out of play for a World 11 throw on the right-hand side. But you're right, Mo Farah was making tracks getting back.
He dived into a challenge, missed the ball, and he turned, and it was as if he was coming round the top bend on the last lap.
Yeah, he kicked, as they say.
He did.
Throw in on the far right-hand side. The World 11 leading by a goal to nil, given to them midway through the first half by Usain Bolt, who's still out there, the fastest man on earth. It'll be a goal kick for England, will it? No, Michael Dawson.
Dance, do you know, I was at the Olympic Stadium that night when he took the gold.
Oh, fantastic.
And I had a really good seat, and I watched that, and that was, when at the start of that race, was something very, very special that night.
Away goes Usain Bolt down the left-hand side for the World 11, into the area. Nani, bit of twinkle toes from him, gets away down the left-hand side. Can he pull it back to a teammate? Tries to chip it into the near post, and Paddy McGuinness sees the ball go behind before he gets a glove on it, so it'll be a goal kick to England. But lovely quick feet from Nani inside the penalty area there.
Just made a bad decision, not for the first time, Nani.
Oh, hello.
No, but going back to Usain Bolt.
Yes.
You better just
we'll break off the break, because Tom Grennan, who's been the man of the hour for England, tries to get away down the left-hand side, but Darren Fletcher
has pushed him there. Darren Fletcher.
But Abby Byrne, the referee, says no foul. So Fletcher can find another former Manchester United teammate in Preciso.
Just saying, you know, like in sport, there are certain moments. That little pause when the fella says set at the start of the 100 metres Olympic final was unbelievable. That was, you could hear a pin drop in the London Stadium that night.
Here's Nani getting into the area for the World 11, across the edge of the area.
What a challenge.
Flying in was Francesco Totti, but Mo Farah threw himself in front of the ball, and suddenly away come England with Carney. Chunks trying to go through the middle. Also Tom Grennan peeling out to the left-hand side. Again, Darren Fletcher's gone with him. Grennan will keep the ball in play. Mo Farah plays the ball in field to Chunks. Chunks goes to
go on, Chunks, lad.
Leaves it for Paul Scholes. Lovely ball for Jack Wilshere towards the right-hand corner of the box. He's got on the overlap Butterfield, who's got the equaliser. It's a complete fluke, but the Sex Education Actor has got England level in Soccer Aid 2023. I think it was meant to be a cross. It turned out to be a shot, and Leon Edwards in the World 11 goal saw the ball trickle under his left arm and into the net for the equaliser. England 1, Soccer Aid World 11 1.
Well, whenever you make a change, you want a bit of an impact. Well, and Asa Butterfield has certainly given this England team an impact from the bench. Unfortunately, Leon Edwards, he's gambled there. The ball's come out to the right-hand side of the box. He's in the box, Asa Butterfield, but wide. And the goalkeeper's anticipating a cross along the 6-yard box, wanders off the line, and Asa Butterfield just squeezes it past him at the near post. By the way, he doesn't mean to do it.
He celebrated like he meant it, though.
Who cares? That don't matter.
He scored at Old Trafford in a charity game. He's an Arsenal fan, Asa Butterfield, but he won't matter to him at all at the moment, because he's equalised for England, all square in Soccer Aid 2023. But here's Kim Setine, who knows where the goal is in Soccer Aid matches, but turns into trouble, and Paul Scholes finds Mo Farah.
Someone's got to get a message to Asa, Dance, afterwards when he's interviewed. Did you mean it? Yes, I saw him come off the line. I saw the gap at the near and I went for it.
That tells me instantly, Andy Townsend, that you've done exactly that thing in your career.
Yeah.
That's all that tells me. Nani down the right-hand side for the World 11, so it's all square on TalkSport. Nani's going to go for goal from distance. Don't forget, it's Paddy McGuinness playing in goal for the first time in a Soccer Aid game. He's played outfield before now, and he did look like he had his...
Yeah, he was having a bit of treatment, wasn't he, Paddy?
Treatment at half-time, and I think Michael Dawson's going to take the goal kicks for him. Sure sign that he's struggling.
Not a good sign, that, is it, when you've been on about a minute and you can't take a goal kick?
Nor likey when it came to taking goal kicks, I assume. Sorry. Jack Wilshere up to halfway for England, gliding over the turf again, finds Karen Carney in a bit of space ahead of the centre circle. She drifts away from Kyle, up to the edge of the area. Karen Carney plays it in beyond to the far post. Hiddleston tries to book it back across the face of goal, and it's cleared away by the World 11. It's a lovely run from Karen Carney, but just couldn't find the final ball. And at the other end, Mo Farah being pressurised by Setine, who's won it back. Setine into the area for the World 11, makes room for a shot, blocked by McGuinness. Good save by Paddy McGuinness, and headed away by Jack Wilshere. And suddenly Totti decided to stop running, and it's hit over the top for Grennan to get onto end-to-end stuff. Grennan inside the area for England, up against his nemesis at the moment, Darren Fletcher. He's won it back, Grennan. Ball across the face of goal. Hiddleston goes in, pushed away by Edwards. Scholes 25 yards out. England in front. Paul Scholes has scored some vital goals for Manchester United and England. Now he's scored for the England charity match at Soccer Aid 2023. A low daisy cutter from 25 yards out, and England have turned it around within 8 minutes of the restart. England 2, World 11 1.
Cue the big celebrations in the technical area right in front of us. Storms is jumping up and down, going crazy with Emma Hayes and Harry Redknapp. Hey, but there you go. I was talking about you never lose it as a player. And Scholesy there has just hung out the edge of the box. He just waited. Leon Evans as it is, who's parried it out. A bit like to Rodri last night in the Champions League final. Midfielder on the edge of the box with a load of room. And Scholesy was never shy or short in knocking him in from distance, was he? And he duly obliges.
So 2-1 England lead all of a sudden, and the World 11 have got work to do on TalkSport with 8 minutes gone in the second half. So Mauricio Pochettino back on English soil as a manager. Oh, Paddy! The ball into the area, and Paddy McGuinness makes an absolute Horlicks of it. Driven goalwards. Handball. Claim for handball against an England player inside the box as the ball was fired towards the back of the net by Lee Mack, who's out there for the World 11. But nothing doing, says the referee. We play on.
Paddy come flying out there and was
colliding with his own defender. And now Karen Carney's been cleaned out by Darren Fletcher. Free kick to England on halfway. And the World 11 bench looks a little more flustered now.
Yeah.
Mopo and Melanie C from the Spice Girls.
Mel C looking concerned at the moment.
Yes. Here's Jack Wilshere for England. Scholes finds Mo Farah. Starts to hustle down this near side, the England right, as they attack the East Stand Naser Butterfield, who got England level. Tried to cut the ball back in field for Mo Farah, but got it all wrong. Scholes wins it back off Nanny. Up to the edge of the area, Grennan trying to make something of it, but he was well marshalled by Sam Claflin. And I think Paul Scholes has gone down hurt.
Oh dear.
Having hit that ball downfield. The World 11 are attacking down the other end, but Scholes actually looks like he's done himself a mischief here. And at the edge of the area, Kim Setine wants to take a shot, but the referee Abby Byrne has had her attention drawn to Scholes' injury. So having put England ahead, he's now got a problem with his right hamstring, is it, Andy Townsend?
I don't know. He just tried to chip the ball in the box, and he got caught in a challenge. And I mentioned earlier that some guys challenge awkwardly, and Scholesy looks like he's in some distress here, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think it's a stretcher. I hate to say it, but I'm not sure what that is.
Well, Stormzy's strolled out in his sharp suit, the England manager, along with Harry Redknapp, to check on his player. Scholes, who's now sitting up, but I think he's been caught somewhere around the right knee or the right hamstring. He's being helped to his feet, so he's not going to need a stretcher, but I don't think he's going to be able to continue. But he has contributed to England by putting them ahead. You can contribute to Soccer Aid as well. If you want to donate £20 to Unicef to help young children around the world, text the word 20, TWENTY, to 70818 and you will have contributed £20. And thank you very much to all those of you listening to TalkSport tonight who have already donated to Unicef and Soccer Aid 2023. Hopefully we can get close to topping the £15 million that was raised last year alone. I think Eni Aluko is going to be brought on for Scholes, who thankfully is walking pretty much unaided off the pitch, but I think he knows I'm not going to be able to contribute much more than that.
Again, that's a shame, and we've seen that over the years with Soccer Aid, because it's always so committed. And we spoke about this, Faye and I, before the game, about you put them boots on again, you get the kit, or you get out there in front of a big crowd, and unfortunately the body not able to perhaps do what it once did. We've seen Bugsy Malone pull up, didn't we? With that first Usain Bolt goal, he looked like he pulled his hamstring, and Scholesy, I think, there has hurt his ankle, but he did manage to walk off the field, which is always encouraging for a second there. I thought they were going to have to bring the stretcher on, but hopefully for Scholesy that's not a serious one.
But that means Eni Aluko is on in place of Scholes. Now Eni, I played against Eni, right, in a five-a-side tournament at St Andrews many years ago when she was a Birmingham City ladies player, and she nutmegged me within 10 seconds.
Did she call it?
Oh, she was Megs, as I remember. Ran round me, thumped the ball into the back of the net. I thought, oh, okay.
And did you respond? I'd like to think you obliged, Dan, so I'm sure you chased after her.
Couldn't get near her. Could not get near her. And she's had a glittering career. And she's another that was coached by Emma Hayes in her Chelsea days. So she's on for Scholes. Here come Soccer Aid. Robbie Keane's going to be on in a minute for the World 11. And Izzy Christensen, who's not long retired from the WSL. A Mexican wave starts around us here in the South Stand as England, who lead by 2-1 on TalkSport, win the ball back through Aluko. Tries to ride the challenge of Setine, but the World 11 win it back. And it's flicked back to Nani in the inside right position. Early crossing to the box, headed away by Michael Dawson, and Paddy McGuinness had come way out of his ground.
Oh yeah, he was going for a cup of tea there. Paddy come flying out the box.
Has Usain Bolt done himself a mischief, running back to protect the ball from Eni Aluko? I think he might have
popped his groin there.
Usain Bolt. But here come the World 11 with Totti trying to chip McGuinness. He's tipped it round the post for a corner kick. Totti knew he was up against top gear, tried to chip him, but it was tipped round the post. Corner kick at the Stretford end to the World 11. 2-1 England.
Good save, Paddy, there. Backpedaling.
It wasn't bad, actually. I shouldn't...
decent stop, that one. Totti it was, who just tries to clip it over him going towards the far post. Yeah, Paddy gets an all-important hand on it.
And the corner kick drops at the edge of the area, and it's fired wastefully over by Noah Beck for the World 11. So we're approaching the hour mark. Usain Bolt is going to come off, and I think Stephen... forgive me, I'm going to have to refer to Ollie Klink, our touchline reporter at this point, because we've got another member of the beta squad coming on, Ollie.
We have indeed. Very interesting, this. Nico, 6.82 million subscribers on YouTube, but as you mentioned there, Dance, the interesting thing here, he's part of the beta squad, and so is Chunks, who's playing for England, so they're coming up against each other. He's also known for very elaborate pranks, Dance, and maybe, just maybe, he's got something up his sleeve here at Old Trafford.
A hush will descend over Old Trafford, and the 50-50 ball breaks between Nico and Chunks. But first things first, changes are being made by Mauricio Pochettino, and Izzy Christensen, just retired from women's football, comes on to replace Kaylin Kyle. And Robbie Keane is replacing Francesco Totti. Lovely to see Totti out there tonight, but your old Republic teammate Robbie Keane getting a run.
Exactly, yeah. But again, I think the Soccer Aid World 11 recognise it now. We need to change it up a bit. Totti comes off, Robbie Keane goes on. Another player, Robbie, such a clever footballing brain, Robbie.
So off comes Usain Bolt, who gave the Soccer Aid World 11 the lead in the first half. And Nico on to replace him. Tall man, Nico.
He's a big lad, isn't he?
He's gone into the sort of right-sided defensive area. We'll see how close he gets to Chunks.
Mo Farah's been up against it tonight. He's had Usain Bolt there, and now Nico's gone out there. He's another giant of a man.
Yeah. I don't think we'll see many 50-50s between Chunks and Nico. They're opposite ends of the field, both playing up front for their respective sides. Just over an hour gone on TalkSport. Soccer Aid 2023. Here's Robbie Keane. Little twinkle toes from him, get to the edge of the area, just on for the World 11. Nani, 25 yards out, flicks it back to Robbie Keane. Little wall pass, gets Nani away. Handball against Mo Farah. Andy Byrne takes a look and says no. But Andy Townsend looks convinced otherwise. Meanwhile, England have got 4-on-3 here at the moment, as Noah Beck comes back to even things up as Jack Wilshere just slows the move down for a moment. Karen Carney, centre of the World 11 half, got options right and left, plays the ball forward to Wilshere. Chunks went for goal right hand side of the box, saw the glory and got nowhere near glory. That's out of play for a goal kick to the World 11.
Unlucky Chunks there. Ball rolled to him from Jack Wilshere. He's out wide on the corner of the 18-yard box, goes with the outside of the boot.
Oh, lovely touch from Nani, and Setina's away to try and equalise for the World 11. Oh, he couldn't sort his feet out, and McGuinness made a horrible job of saving it and actually put it behind for a corner kick.
It did go out, didn't it?
But Kim Setine was suddenly in behind from a long ball over the top, but just couldn't sort his right foot out to direct it goalwards.
Yeah. But
McGuinness made a proper meal of the save, and it is a corner at the Stretford end to the World 11.
Yeah.
Which is going to be taken by Robbie Keane. Patrice Evra making a run short towards him. So too is Nani. Gives it back to Robbie Keane down the touchline. Does he know he overhit the pass? And England are trying to marshal the ball out of play. They can't. So Tom Grennan just hits it forward, and Chunks, neat touch. But then he's dispossessed by Noah Beck for the World 11. So Noah Beck plays it out to Christensen on the right-hand side. Izzy Christensen, first-time ball into the area, chested down by Robbie Keane. Faced up by Mo Farah, steps away from Farah. 25 yards out, can't get the shot away. Might drop for Chetine, or straight at McGuinness, who, to his credit, held on to it, Andy Townsend.
Did well there, Paddy. Chance.
One back by Evra from Mo Farah, plays it back to the edge of the area. Robbie Keane, 2-2. Fantastic hit from Robbie Keane. Goes to the bench. He's going to go straight to his manager, Mauricio Pochettino. He's been coaching the World 11 players this week, and he's just shown them how it's done to level it up at Old Trafford on TalkSport. England 2, the World 11 2.
Well, we've seen 2 goals from the ex-pros, haven't we, in this second 45 minutes. The first from Paul Scholes, and that one from Robbie was a Robbie Keane trademark special. That really was. Received it on the edge of the box. Patrice Evra did really well to win the ball. Robbie Keane gets the ball, and he just draws the challenge. The white shirts come running out towards him, and he just sees the top corner and just thinks, there you go, Paddy. Fish that one out the back of the net. Curls it past him, and it's 2-2.
Remember, if it's all square after 90 minutes, we'll go straight to a celebrity penalty shootout to decide Soccer Aid 2020.
I think there's goals in this dance.
Well, I do too. There's also horrible misses in this as well. Eni Aluko for England at 2-2. Finds Tom Grennan out to the left-hand side. Tom Hiddleston lays it back off to Aluko. He's going to go for goal, but Leon Edwards can just let that drift wide of his left-hand post. Leon Edwards representing Jamaica, I guess, as part of this World 11. UFC welterweight champion. Villa fan, but we won't hold that
against him. He's a Villa fan?
Yes, he is. Yeah. He is the second Brit ever to earn a UFC world title in the octagon.
Now that is a sport, that one, isn't it? Hey, those guys.
Not for me.
No.
I think I'd give that the swerve if I was given the option. Now here is Noah Beck for the World 11. So we're all square if you're just tuning in to our coverage of Soccer Aid. Delighted to be bringing you this for the first time on TalkSport. The world's biggest charity football match, raising money for Unicef.
Well up, Mo.
Mo Farah wins ahead at the edge of the box and goes for a second header.
Oh, yeah.
Proper Toblerone header, but he got it in field.
It was, yeah.
And found Jack Wilshere, who can bring it forward for England. Up to halfway. Carney and Chunks ahead of Wilshere. Aluko just to Wilshere's left, and Aluko will have it now. Just trying to drift away from Nani, and ended up laying it off to Gary Cahill. Gary never went off at half time, so Michael Dawson's on as part of that back three. Here's Wilshere again, who's looked very composed and calm on the ball, as we saw so often in his Arsenal and his Bournemouth days. Shouldn't forget the little spell he had down at the Vitality. Here's Karen Carney for England at 2-2, just over the halfway line. Plays a square ball to her former teammate Eni Aluko. Aluko chips the ball into the air. Look at the run of Brennan. Out comes Leon Edwards, makes a good save for the World 11. Super through ball from Aluko. But keeper was sharply off his line there.
Yep. Leon Edwards making amends there after getting caught out for that first goal chance for the counter.
Setine trying to get past Michael Dawson, but he just stuck out a long telescopic leg and put it wide.
He's quick, actually, Kem Setine.
He is. As I said, he used to play for Dartford FC, so he knows his way around the football pitch. Here's Patrice Evra finding Setine. Left-hand corner of the box, tries to curl it goalwards. It deflects almost into the path of Nico. Robbie Keane trying to bring it down. Now Nani at the edge of the area, making room for a left-footed shot. Still holding on to it. Lays it off to Keane at the edge of the area. Will he try and shoot? He will. And McGuinness, again, at the second attempt, saves it, but it went behind for a corner. He flapped at it. Yeah. Good and proper at that first attempt.
He kind of look, when he comes out to get it, Paddy, he looks like he's trying to get a mozzie in the middle of the night in the bedroom. Do you know what I mean? It's just sort of swishing
exactly
at it,
like
isn't he?
Exactly like that.
Yeah.
Michael Dawson, who just looked like he might have tweaked a thigh or a hamstring when he won that ball off Kim Setine a moment ago.
Yeah.
Which does mean that we might have to have a rolling sub, because of course we're not meant to have rolling subs, but Jermaine Defoe is putting his boots back on and will be back on shortly for McGuinness. Is that right, Ollie Klink? Is that Jermaine Defoe getting ready to come down back on out there?
Yeah, it is indeed, with the orange boots on as well, next to his former manager Harry Redknapp. So a bit of movement from the England touchline. The rest of the world, they've got back into this game, haven't they? And now Mel C has been really interesting as well, because she was known as Sporty Spice, wasn't she, with the Spice Girls? But
yeah,
she turned into more of a scary Spice, and now her team are back in the game.
She says she's terrible at football as well, Sporty Spice, despite the fact that that was a nom de plume. Yeah, Michael Dawson cannot continue, so they're going to relax the rules a little bit and allow a rolling sub to allow Jermaine Defoe to come back on for England. So we've got just over 20 minutes to go on TalkSport. Don't forget, at 10 tonight, Danny Kelly's back with Trans Europe Express, rounding up everything that happened in European football across the week, and of course getting their take on the Champions League final last night that you heard on TalkSport. The corner for the World 11, driven goals by Evra, saved, and then Robbie Keane on the follow-up, lofts it over Paddy McGuinness, and the Gambol celebration from Robbie Keane as the World 11 go back ahead 3-2. Lovely finish from Robbie Keane, and this topsy-turvy soccer raid match for 2023 turns back in favour of the World 11. England 2, World 11 3.
Yeah, good go again from Robbie, that. Clever little finish inside the box this time. Corner come in with an out swinger. There's a little flick. Patrice Evra hit a shot from the penalty spot, and eventually falls at the feet of Robbie Keane. Paddy was caught a little bit in no man's land there, the England goalkeeper, and Robbie Keane just clips it over the top of him to give the Soccer Aid World 11 the lead. It's 3-2.
He's now doubled his goal tally in Soccer Aid matches. Robbie Keane, he'd scored 2 in his previous 6. At the other end, Chunks forces a save from Leon Edwards. Just a ball tossed in from the left-hand side, and Chunks at the near post got a header on it from Aluko's cross, and Leon Edwards just had to stoop down to his right. It was almost behind him.
I tell you,
pushed him out for a corner.
I think he was trying to just flick that on Chunks there, but got a bit too much on it, and it gave the goalie a problem.
Brooker's corner finds Tom Gren at the edge of the area for England. They're trying to chase the game, and they've been dispossessed, and the World 11 come away with Nani, and he's got Nico, and he's got Setine up with him. Bit of twinkle toes, couple of step overs from Nani, tries to clip the ball into the box, but Asa Butterfield clears, but not too convincingly. Only finds Noah Beck, who strokes it out to Izzy Christensen. Nani again, going to go for goal past McGuinness, but this time it's well wide, and that will allow a change to be made for England. Last leg presenter Alex Brooker is going to be on shortly. wait to see who for, and it is for Alex Butterfield, I think. Asa Butterfield who's coming off. Asa Butterfield's coming off. Alex Brookett is coming on. So he scored the equaliser. We've got England back in the game. But Alex Brookett is on, whipping up the crowd as he does so. Wearing the number 14. And presenting the last leg with our good friend Adam Hills for over a decade now. Alex Brookett. What can he contribute in these last, 17, 18 minutes? 3-2 to the World 11. England coming forward with Wilshere. Plenty forward in England white. Jermaine Defoe trying to run through the middle. Good block by Claflin. And he pokes the ball clear as well. And now the game stretched at the other end. And Kim Setenay's in for the World 11. Mo Farah trying to get back in position. Setenay into the area, goes for goal. And McGuinness again pushes it away unconvincingly behind for a corner kick.
Yeah,
I would hesitate at saying that is not his natural position.
It's fair to say he's unorthodox, isn't he, Paddy?
Yeah, I think that's a very euphemistic way of putting it, Andy Townsend. Corner taken short for Robbie Keane, who's on a hat-trick for the World 11. Nani finds Izzy Christensen inside the box, but the first touch just allowed England to win the ball. Jermaine Defoe just trying to drift away, finds Chunks inside his own half. Aluko takes over and feeds it back down the left-hand side to Jermaine Defoe. Chunks making strides, you can hear him through the middle, and it might break his way from a touch. Offside, it's not offside. Put your flag down, assistant. The flag's gone up. It looked like he came off a World 11 boot and into his path.
I think Chunks was actually screaming at the linesman, they get the flag up, because he just made a 10-yard run just before receiving that ball. He didn't quite have enough left in the tank.
Indeed he did not. But he's game, his Chunks. He puts the effort in. And we'll be back underway shortly. There's a sub coming on for England who doesn't have a shirt number. Oh, that's interesting. Find out who that is in just a minute. Who is it, Ollie? Who's down there?
I believe that's Xavier Hines.
Oh, who's part of the England coaching staff. He's 34. He's the academy coach at West Ham these days. Xavier Hines. 3-2 to the World 11. England have got work to do. They've won the ball back. Futon Grennan. Jack Wilshere steps inside Everett. Did he foul him? No, says the referee. And Noah Beck, who's been busy all game, clips the ball over halfway. Nani rides the siding challenge of Alex Brookett. Keeps going, Nani up to the edge of the area. He's going to let fly to try and beat McGuinness, and he's put it wide. McGuinness just stood there on the goal line and watched as the ball sailed past him and was only just the wrong side of the post. Goal kick.
It was very close. I mean, I'm not sure whether Paddy actually was confident that was always going wide or couldn't be bothered to go for it. Either way, it was just a couple of inches wide, that shot from Nani. The game very much in the balance now. The rest of the world have a lead. You feel if they get one more, that's pretty much going to be game, set and match.
3-2 to the World 11, and we've got less than a quarter of an hour to play. Here on TalkSport, Robbie Keane rides the challenge of Brookett. Does superbly well. Oh, lovely little dummy from Mo Farah as Hines is now on the pitch for Carney. Gone into a defensive mode to help England out at the back. Karen Carney went off. Aluko now playing a bit further forward. And she's trying to sprint forward to try and feed on the pass from Jermaine Defoe that's over-hit through the centre. Calmly dealt with. The World 11, who've won the last 4 soccer raids, are heading for a 5th successive victory.
You know, Mo Farah is now just ploughing up and down the field, anywhere.
He's doing the John Stones role, basically, isn't he?
He is. He's stepping in. He's that inverted fullback, stepping into that midfield position and also running forward. Maurizio Pochettino is just giving him a pat on the back.
Yes, so keep going, son. Cahill trying to step in front of Lee Mack to win the ball back. On the back heel. We'll find Gary Cahill infield for Wilshere, not quite on the halfway line. Defoe gives it back to Wilshere. Now Aluko in the centre circle for England. Less than quarter of an hour to go. 3-2 to the World 11. Aluko trying to roll it into Grennan, but in steps a neat challenge from Patrice Everett. And Nani finds Everett on this left-hand side with the World 11 attacking the Stretford end in this second half. Nani being watched by Mo Farah, rolls the ball up to the edge of the area, but Defoe might intercept that. Indeed he does, just ahead of Nico. Further cleared by Gary Cahill, but Robbie Keane steps in front of Grennan. Sliding challenge from Cahill. England trying to get some meaningful possession. Neat run from Jermaine Defoe. Chunks is holding out to the left-hand side, but the ball's gone into the centre circle for Eni Aluko. But Aluko can't beat Noah Beck and then brings him down right in front of the referee. Free kick to the World 11.
Yeah, Eni Aluko there had a chance to knock it wide to Chunks. Unfortunately, the pass didn't hit the target.
Now Alex Brooker again looking at jockey Nani as he got into the England half. Robbie Keane, socks rolled down, definitely no shin pads there for Robbie. Plays the ball in field to Nani once again, about 35 yards out. The game's at walking pace. You probably won't be too surprised to hear that. But here's Noah Beck, who's been full of running all game in the midfield. Looking for Nico inside the area, but out came McGuinness and did well enough to put Nico off. And what's the referee given? A goal kick to England at the end. 3-2 to the World 11.
Yeah. Again, one thing I would say for Paddy McGuinness is that he's not slow in making a decision, is he? Unfortunately, so far, we haven't seen too many correct ones. But, you know what? He come flying out there and just about did enough. Clattered into his own defender. But he certainly spiced things up a little bit.
Long ball downfield from Jack Wilshere looking for Grennan down this near side, but Sam Claflin did really well, marshalled him out of play.
Hasn't he played well, Sam Claflin? Really good.
Very uncomplicated.
Yes.
At the back. Been in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies and Hunger Games. Daisy Jones and the Six is his latest project. Sam Claflin, Norwich fan, apparently.
Is he indeed?
He has played at Soccer Aid before, actually played for England back in 2019. Poor goal kick from Leon Edwards for the World 11. But Chunks with a first touch that nearly turned into a tackle for his second touch. And the World 11 have it back. And that was a worrying moment for the World 11, trying to preserve this 3-2 lead. Nani, dispossessed. And now Jack Wilshere. Jockeys downfield, plenty of white shirts up with him. Jermaine Defoe takes over. Defoe looks for Eni Aluko. Right-hand corner of the box. Chops inside onto a left, lays it back to the edge of the area. Hines will keep possession for England. Wilshere wants it back in the centre of the half. Gets it now for England. Gets his head up. Looks for options. Plays it into Tom Grennan at the edge of the D. Being pressurised by Nani. It's half cleared. Only as far as Mo Farah tried to shovel it out to Brooker on the right. But now the World 11 have 4 up. And Kim Setine is one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Mo Farah trying to get back. But Setine has surely sealed it for the World 11 on the counter-attack. Kim Setine gets his 5th goal in Soccer Aid matches. A one-on-one against Paddy McGuinness. There was only going to be one outcome there, and it went to the World 11, and surely that is then lifting the shield yet again. It is England 2, the World 11 4.
Yeah, really good goal that from Kem Setine. There were 4 on one there. It was Mo Farah, and there was 4 rest of the world players just in and around him. But Kem Setine just decided to take the ball himself, go on his own, and from a wide left position cuts in towards the edge of the box. Paddy McGuinness steps out to the edge of the 6-yard box, and he's coolly slots it past him, and surely that now means that the rest of the world are going to see this one out.
Well, he ran fully 60 yards with that ball, Kem Setine, before finishing off.
Good finish, wasn't it?
Good finish. I don't think David James would have kept that out.
No. Good goal that, and he's quick.
So 9 minutes to go, Andy, and England have got to find 2 goals from somewhere. Jermaine Defoe trying to get his head on it. Izzy Christensen ended up inadvertently heading the ball back to Leon Edwards, who clears for Claflin inside his own area.
Yeah, they're going to need something pretty quick, England. A lot of tired legs out there now. You know, everyone has absolutely thrown himself at this tonight here. It's been such a warm day. We've seen a few injuries and a few getting tired, but England come again.
There's Chunks down the right-hand side of the area. Flag stays down, pokes into the area. Grennan trying to take a touch, trying to give it back to Chunks, I think, but overhit the pass. and the World 11 will bring the ball away, and it's the man that scored the fourth, Kim Setine, that's bringing the ball clear, and the crossfield pass picks up Lee Mack. Lee Mack runs into Cahill. Nani goes for goal from 30 yards out and hits it against the right thigh of Mo Farah, and Tom Hiddleston took a bit of a knock in that little exchange of passing, but Scarlett Douglas is coming on for England, presenter of A Place in the Sun, and who was on the same I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here series that Jill Scott won, who's England captain tonight. And Alex Brooker has only had a short spell out there for England, but he's got one of the biggest rounds of applause of the night as he comes off, and Scarlett Douglas comes on to replace him.
Great. Well done, Alex. What a game lad he is, isn't he? He throws himself at it.
He's absolutely fantastic. He had this brilliant charity, End the Awkward, that he launched with the Scope charity to end the sort of awkward conversations around, being around disabled people. It's brilliant. Robbie Keane goes for goal, blocked on the line by Sir Mo Farah. What a fantastic challenge from Mo Farah. Robbie Keane thought he had a hat-trick, but Mo Farah stood next to his goalkeeper, Paddy McGuinness, had other ideas. Fantastic stuff.
Do you know, he made a couple of brilliant challenges, Mo Farah. He really has.
Well, he's retiring from athletics. It's a bit like Usain Bolt. Was there a career for him on a football pitch somewhere? He's enjoying himself out there.
He is.
But England are 2 goals behind. 4-2 to the World 11. Just over 6 minutes to go. Jermaine Defoe, midway point of the World 11 half. Rise the challenge of Beck, or tries to fire it goalwards from 30 yards out, but I think he'd handled the ball, so it's a free kick.
Handball given.
Yeah.
There won't be too many wanting extra time. Wouldn't be a problem for Samoa, would it?
It wouldn't. Thankfully for most out there, wearing either the white of England or the black of the World 11, it's only 90 minutes. There is no added time. The only thing that you take this game further is if it's level at 90 minutes, and then we'd have penalties. But the World 11 don't want that. They want more goals. They're 4-2 up, and Ebra coming forward, trying to create a fifth, but England win it back. But they've got to get the ball downfield. Savon Hines for England knows he's got Patrice Evra suddenly steaming up behind him, so he just turns away and rolls the ball up to the halfway line. Jermaine Defoe. Chunks now lays it off to Aluko on the left hand side for England. Don't forget, if you want to donate, very easy, text either 10, 20, 30 or 40, actually as in the words 10, 20, 30 or 40, and send that to 70818, and you'll have donated to Soccer Aid. Now Scarlett Douglas gets her first touch on this near side, the England right, as they attack the east stand. Rolls it infield for Chunks. Chunks trying to play it down the right wing for Tom Grennan, but the other number 8 out there, Noah Beck, for the World 11, wins it back, and Robbie Keane calmly rolls it into the feet of Nani. And Nani, who's got Jack Wilshere backpedaling as he moves into the England half, trying to play the ball round the corner for Claflin, who got forward from the back for a change, trying to seek a bit of glory. But England have won it back, but they're running out of time here, Andy Townsend. England.
Yeah, they are. And I'm looking at Harry Redknapp and Stormzy and Emma Hayes at the moment. Vicky McClure, they're wondering what they can do. They've played pretty much most of their cards, and they're just hoping they might be able to pinch one goal just to give themselves a chance for a grandstand finish.
Well, here's Jermaine Defoe trying to set that up. Out to the left wing for Chunks, gets to the left-hand corner of the box. Oh, he tried to pass back in field for Jermaine Defoe, but it was a poor pass, picked off by Noah Beck, and then Jermaine Defoe clipped him. Free kick to the World 11. 4-2 up with 4 minutes to go on TalkSport.
Yeah. Just unlucky there, Jermaine Defoe. Just unfortunately fouling Noah Beck, who I think has been the pick of all the celebs playing today. I think he's been very, very good. He has got previous as a player, isn't he?
University of Portland. He played college football. Well, we call it football over there in the States. And he's the sort of player, he's got his head up as well when he's making these strong runs. He's always looking at what's around him.
He's an extremely fit lad, and again, as I mentioned earlier, he's got a nice feel for the ball and an understanding of the game.
Well, I bet there'll be a load of good TikTok vids tomorrow from him about what's happened here today. Robbie Keane clips the ball into the air, looking for Nico. Ball bounced off his boot and through for Paddy McGuinness, who rolls over theatrically like it does a Jordan Pickford, drops on the ball. You better get on with it. There's only 3 minutes to go. He's got to get rid of it downfield.
He can't kick it, Paddy, can he?
He can't.
But he's not sure what to do. He's put it down. Oh, there you go. He's just rolled one out to Jack Wilshere.
That's actually the best pass he's played. Wilshere, long ball, downfield, looking for Anual. Cleared by Darren Fletcher. Did it involve using the arm? No, says the referee. You heard about 10,000 shouts a handball from around us, still packed here inside Old Trafford as the World 11 come forward. Robbie Keane comes out and McGuinness makes a strong challenge, wins the ball. Robbie Keane stayed down, and Paddy McGuinness coming out from his 6-yard box. He went with his foot.
Tell you what,
rather than with his hands.
Paddy's lifted his leg up there. I don't know if he's caught Robbie on the shin, but oh dear. Oh, he certainly
caught him on the top of the boot. That was.
This is the only problem with Soccer Aid, is that honestly the way that people sometimes tackle, and Robbie's very fortunate there. He hasn't got a really nasty injury, and that's only because Paddy McGuinness is keen to try and stop it. He could have really got hurt bad there.
It's like a wrestling move from Paddy McGuinness.
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
Anyway, Jermaine Defoe trying to get through past Patrice Evra. Great challenge from Evra, and he rides the challenge of Anual. The World 11 are not interested in a grandstand finish here. They're holding on to a 4-2 advantage, and they're pushing forward again. Robbie Keane wants the ball played through to him. Nani in possession, gets to 30 yards out, goes for goal, blocked by Cahill. Nico tries to bring it down the left-hand side of the box, but then shoves his man to the ground. That'll be a free kick to England. But as I say, we've only got 90 seconds left, and England have got to find 2 goals from somewhere.
They have, yeah. And they get it forward at the moment. I'm afraid the ball isn't sticking too long. They just can't seem to engineer a real clear-cut opportunity. Leon Edwards has had a mixed half himself, hasn't he, in between the posts for the rest of the World 11.
Jermaine Defoe flicks the ball back to Chunks. One last chance for England to score, maybe, but the destination of the Soccer Aid Shield is destined for the World 11, who are now coming forward with Robbie Keane. As I mentioned, he scored twice already tonight. Rolls it into Nani. Nani finds Lee Mack inside the area, but it rolls over his boot and into the arms of Paddy McGuinness. But we're into the last 40 seconds of the 90. McGuinness hits it long downfield, headed into the centre circle by Tom Grennan, who's had a busy night on and off the pitch. But England lose out again, and I think it's fair to say, if we're looking at this as a contest, the result is right, isn't it, Andy Townsend?
No, I think so. The best team have won.
Nani tries to snake his way into the area. England win it back. One last chance to bring it forward. 10 seconds to play. Jack Wilshere looks for Anual, but the game is up for England as the ball's played down the right-hand side. Evra, who's been everywhere tonight for the World 11, clears it. The full-time whistle goes, and the World 11 keep their stranglehold on the Soccer Aid trophy. They have won Soccer Aid 2023 to make it 5 unbeaten against England. A topsy-turvy game in which Soccer Aid had the lead through Usain Bolt, but goals early in the second half from Asa Butterfield, and Paul Scholes briefly had England ahead before a brace from Robbie Keane saw the World 11 retake the lead, and then Kim Setine, with his 5th goal in Soccer Aid matches, made it that 5th game in succession where the World 11 have the sign over England. But so much money raised for Unicef. Thank you if you've already made your donation to Unicef whilst listening to this commentary. 70818 is the number, remember. Text the word 10, 20, 30 or 40 for the size of your donation. But on the pitch, the full-time whistle gives us a result, Faye, of England 2, the Soccer Aid World 11 4.